In this video, we'll talk about the JavaDoc malformed HTML error and why the @literal matters in solving this error. Let's first look at the JavaDoc documentation comment specification for the standard doclet JDK 23. And I'm going to click on literal to take us directly to that section where it talks about the literal inline tag. Now, basically what this part, or using this inline tag, what it does is it tells JavaDoc to show the content exactly as written without treating it as HTML or formatting. So, for example, this part here, the @literal a less than b greater than c displays unchanged in the generated HTML page in the browser exactly as this. So let's have a look at this in action. I'm going to scroll down to this part of the documentation, and now having these symbols, it's preferred to wrap these in the @literal inline code. However, it's still okay that we used it without. In some cases, it's not okay if we've used it without. So let's put a note here and say symbols like less than and greater than are often used in comparisons, but in JavaDoc, must be wrapped in @literal to avoid formatting. I seriously can't type today. Let's save it and let's go to the location of this documentation or this package. And then in the URL here, I'm going to type cmd to launch the command prompt from that location. And then I'm going to run the JavaDoc tool to generate documentation in the docs directory from our file dynamic menu.java, and I'm going to press enter. Now, my computer is a little bit laggy today. I'm not sure what's going on, but okay. So we did end up with errors. So the error says malformed HTML. Now, we're getting this error because the documentation comments include angular brackets, the less than and the greater than, directly in the text, which JavaDoc tries to interpret as HTML tags, and it doesn't recognize them, so it marks them as HTML, marks the HTML as malformed. So JavaDoc pretty much thinks that these signs or symbols is an invalid or incomplete HTML tag because the angle brackets are used for actual HTML tags like the bold. So the fix is to actually wrap them with the @literal. So here, this part, we will include it. So like this. And this one as well. So let's save and come back to generating the Java documentation again. So I've only got that warning. We'll talk about that warning later, but this is actually working. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go into the docs directory and launch up our docs, launch up the index into our browser. And then go into dynamic menu and go into that that particular line that we've added. So now they show exactly as they should because we've wrapped them with the inline literal tag. So I hope this video was helpful to you, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.